Hi, this is Shodadeep here. A very good evening to all of you. Welcome to this post-market session. So, for those who are new to this session, let me give you the structure of the session. This session is a 1 hour session. Like first half an hour, I discuss my market view for next week, and then Vivek sir discusses his market view for the next week. So this is mostly a monologue kind of a session because there is very little scope of taking questions in this small interval of time. Now, just a second. Also, let me check. Am I audible to all of you? Can you please confirm this? Yeah. Thanks a lot. Yeah. So we take half an hour session of each. There is very little scope of question taking. If you are a Stockist social member, you can ask your questions in any of the group. I want to tell you again that we have begun this commodity and currency group. So requesting all of you to join it, even if you are not a commodity or currency trader, having a view of the commodity and currency will help you to take decision about the market. The way I discuss about the global theme, Sunando is doing. He is a very experienced analyst. He is doing it for you. Please join this, and apart from that, you can ask your questions in fundamental, technical, and any group. Now, barring stock is social, those who are TMP members can anyway ask me questions in the TMP group. So this there is very little scope of taking question in this session. I will share my market view about the market. Now, today, unfortunately, Vivek sir is a little bit unwell. Not a very something very serious, but he has a little bit of baggage, and that's why he wouldn't be able to take the second half of the session. What I will do after completing my first half an hour, I will take questions for a change. Actually, today few questions for next 8-10 minutes. Okay, so let us begin. Okay, now let us begin with the Nifty chart. See, this is the thing that Nifty did this week. Okay, so this was last Friday. You remember that was a great breakdown, and I said that it will totally depend upon the how the Omicron crisis pans out. For those who are new, I will once again try to say that see, this is the kind of structure we've had shown that there will be a movement towards 18,000 plus level. And if you go to my this is my Twitter handle. So if you go to around 16th April, when there was a peak of COVID that was that is going on in India, I told that there is a 18K possibility by Diwali. And actually we were showing this chart in every Friday session, and when it was around here and it has gone there, it has fulfilled our desired level of around 18,000. So 18,000 to 19,000 was our expected top, and it topped out around 18,600. Now it has pulled back. Now, if I look at the weekly chart, I can see this is the 10-3 super trend. See, I can see that market has formed a doji kind of candle in the weekly chart, and RSI is trying to turn around from 50. So there is a question that is in your mind that is it a shorter term bottom, and can we see a level move towards 17,600 and 18,100 maybe, or a little bit higher later. But this question will depend on the trajectory of the PMI, sorry, Omicron. Okay. Now, what did the Omicron crisis was overblown over the Friday, Monday, because the global market fell and there was a little bit of crisis. We actually fell a lot, and after that we were trying to go higher for next 3 days. See, for next 3 days we were trying to go higher. Fine. Today we opened towards the top and again pull back. Now what it will go in which direction, it is still yet not known. It will depend on the Omicron crisis. If the Omicron is not a very big deal. Like I will show you something very important here. So this is the USA. I can see the number of cases have suddenly started going up in USA, but I'm not. I'm more interested about the South African data because it is where the cases were actually detected. Omicron cases, new variant of COVID. Now, if I am going to the weekly trend, and South Africa is the origin of this kind of new variant. Now look at this. This is very important data. Okay. Now I have also tweeted about this data. I will show you here. See, this is the very important data about the South African cases, weekly cases. See, because this is very infectious, this Omicron variant, the cases in South Africa are suddenly up a lot. Like the previous week, it had 7,000 cases, and last week it has, like preceding last 5 days, last 7 days, it has 35,000 cases. So almost 5 times jump, at is 388% jump. But when you look at the death figure, and because this is the first big week, this data is not completely reliable, but still there is a glimpse of hope. So that, see, the death percentage is down minus 33%. Any death is bad, but still because it is down, I have marked it as green. So weekly death change is coming down. So Omicron is that we have read in various articles also, I have shared in the TMP also, it is not coming out as a very aggressive or very, I would say, very high danger kind of a virus. So it is coming out as a milder version of COVID, and as it is actually the transformation happening. Now let us go back to the main thing. So I am going to the main chart, and you will see this happening all across the world. See, these are the major COVID waves that the world has faced. Okay, 4 major COVID waves. Okay, in 2000 till 2000 September 2020, it was smaller waves. And after that, it is having these bigger waves. So number of cases have started, the peak of number of cases has started coming down a little bit after this mass scale vaccination started this year. And you can see the number of cases are coming down a little bit, the peak number, but more importantly, you can see there is a bigger reduction in the number of people dying out of it. Okay, it is almost similar, but if I talk about the number of people dying are coming down. So this is how it is supposed to happen, okay, over a period of time. And this was, see, this is the time when vaccination did not happen, still the number of days came down. Okay, this is the natural tendency of any virus, and this is a once in 100-year kind of a phenomenon that is happening. And possibly over next 2-3 years, we will be in a situation where COVID may occur, but it will be little bit of sneezing, little bit of cough. It won't actually kill a lot of people. It will be like a normal flu. So we may be approaching that thing, and that is why it is good news for market also. If I look at the economic indicators, what came out this week was that Indian GDP has grown 8.4% for the second quarter, that is quarter ending September. Okay, and for the month of November, uh, the PMI is 51. This is the services PMI. The PMI of the manufacturing came out at 57.6. That came on 1st of December. So economy is doing fairly well, and India is presently the major fastest growing economy all across the world. So we are in a situation that economy is doing well, but market is not doing well. Why? Because of the new crisis. The most important development that happened during this week, and it is fabulous. Like after I discussed on the Friday session, this thing happened in the evening. Crude has crashed. Okay, crude has basically crashed. Cruise were trading above 75, crude had crashed to 70, 62, 63 kind of a level. Very unrealistic that crude will remain at such a low level. So as we are developing a sense that Omicron is not such a big or dangerous variant, crude is trying to bottom out, and possibly if Omicron doesn't turn out to be a big dampener, we will see crude going above 80, 85 very soon in the month of January, because December is anyway the holiday month, so the crude demand is seasonally low, and generally crude starts going up from January. And there was an OPEC meeting yesterday, and if I go to the oilprice.com, so this was the OPEC decision. You can see oil price bounce back despite the OPEC decision. So what OPEC is right now doing is that bringing back a production to the market by 400 million barrel, sorry, not 400, 0.4 million barrel every month. Okay, 0.4 million barrel per day. So this is OPEC plus to add 400 K barrel per day. That is 0.4 million barrel per day from January, despite this fall, because everyone knows that crude oil possibly is going to go higher if there is no COVID crisis, given the supply demand situation. So to me, it looks like a great position if one can hold for the Jan or Feb month future with buying of a little bit put. This crude oil can really go on the upside. So this is a great trade possibly if because I don't expect crude to sustain below 65, this WTI. Okay, so that is why, but anything can happen due to COVID, and that is why I am telling to buy a put also and roll over the put. But you can buy the future and possibly it can go higher. So this is the main important thing that happened. So in spite of all efforts by the world, crude was not coming down. But one scare of this Omicron has, and don't be surprised if several years later, if you find that this was a ploy actually to bring down crude oil prices. You never know. Anyways, and this is another very important chart. See, this is the natural gas chart. See, natural gas generally stays between 2.4 2.5 in general in the past. You can see. Now, what happened? This natural gas prices went up very sharply during the COVID and pandemic because of the uh, Biden's policies. Also, you can see. Now, what happens is that, see, at 6.5, because all energy products are uh, somehow related to each other. If natural gas price remain high, coal price remain high, and this everything remains high, the energy cost, and you are hearing so much about the coal prices. So I'm showing you Indonesia coal price. So price chart. So you can see the Indonesian coal price chart. I will show you here how it has come down. Okay, it was in the level of 120, 130. If I show you weekly, you will find that in between it had gone to 134. It is coming down. Normally it stays in the range of 30, 40. Okay, if you see, but it has gone up due to the natural price going up. So everything is coming down. So the inflation scare the world was having, if I go you to the monthly chart, you can see it remains in 35, 40 range. It went to 134. It has half, and possibly it will reduce more if the natural gas prices come down. Okay, and the cooking gas prices in India also will come down. So inflationary pressure will ease all across the world. So these are actually good thing, because Energy prices, the crude oil prices coming down in short term. Crude oil prices are down. Natural gas prices are down. If you see US government bond yield, okay, and I said you once above 1.7, it will be threatening. But due to this Omicron crisis, this has come down. Scare. This is the weekly chart and monthly chart, and you can see it has come down. This inflation scare, and finally, the dollar has started cooling down. Uh, or not cooling down, but at least halted, because this was a big shooting star with Doji. There was a confirmation, though down move had not started, but possibly dollar can have a short-term cool off. Okay, until and unless oil goes up again in January. This is a weekly chart. Okay, so at present things are a little bit conducive for India because fastest growing economy all across the world. Only bad thing that is happening right now is the I will go to the wave.stocks.com, just a second. So only bad thing that is happening is the FII sell-off. Okay. So if you see the kind of massive sell-off FIIs are having 5,000 CR, 5,000 CR, almost 5,000 CR. Okay. Again 5,000 CR. Yesterday it was lower, but today it can be high because of this kind of a day. Now, I showed you the daily chart and I showed you the weekly chart also. In weekly chart, there is a glimmer of hope that this can turn out to be bottom. What will happen will totally depend on the progression of Omicron that has entered India. I don't know whether it will kind of create a havoc kind of a situation. Let us observe that and let us take day by day. And that is why I am not giving a lot of stock calls also even in my TMP also. Okay. So today, if I speak about today, I gave Oberoi Realty, which actually came down after I gave Oberoi Realty, which actually came down after I gave. I saw a kind of breakout, but it failed actually. Then 2 days ago, I gave TCS, okay, in the TMP, and TCS has done reasonably well, like from 3570, it has just gone up maybe 100 rupees, not a very big deal, but yeah, it has gone up. So stocks are not working very well for us at this moment. What we are all doing in the TMP are these option trades. Okay, I will show you this option trades. Like this was the expiry date rate. See, very low risk trade. I gave a option trade. This is a short strangle with a bearish butterfly. So punched, go to some innovative strategy. So maximum profit was 3674 around this, but I expected profit to be around 1275. So I gave it, and when it reached 800 rupees profit, I asked people to book profit in this. Okay, and in the TMP and posted it into my Twitter also. Today I did not post in Twitter. Today's trade was this. So we formed this broken wing butterfly, you can see, and we booked it around 900 rupees. We booked it. It became more because I did not expect this much fall in Nifty. So I expected this to actually go after Nifty gave this. Sorry. So this is the Nifty chart. So after Nifty failed quite a bit, I expected Nifty to show a bounce, and we say that we will create. So right now we are mostly trading these in the TMP. We are mostly trading this option strategies intraday. And see, with the 34,000 margin, if we are making 800, 900, that is 2-3% of our capital in a day. So we are playing just this because we don't have the directional clarity about the market. And I'm saying this that because I don't know the trajectory of COVID, I cannot say that in which direction it will go. But there are both possibilities. It can fall again towards this 16,600 level that I have told. I had posted that there will be a breakdown like this, and because of this head and shoulder that was formed, so 16,650 was the target. It went to almost 16,800, but it can go to 16,650. Okay. Or if there is not a crisis, why today's sell-off came is that people were not confident of carrying positions over this, because the way the cases are going up in South Africa, if you see here, the way the cases are going up in South Africa, it is phenomenal. Like 5 times the cases have become over 7 days. So over next 3 days, if the cases become 2 times like of this, it will be a dangerous situation, and that is why market is a little bit skeptical. Okay, so like 1 week back, 7 day cumulative cases were 7299. Yesterday 1 day cases were 12,000. So you can understand the kind of compounding effect this Omicron virus is having. Now let us look at a little bit on the Dow also. I posted about Dow in the TMP and posted here also about. So this is the chart I posted here. This chart, okay. So this is the Dow chart, and you can see the Dow has formed a rounding top kind of scene. And yesterday when price was here 34,100. I said either it will break this level, on this 34,000, it will be broken. Let me show you the post. Okay, so in the stock ideas, I have posted this. I think, yeah, this is the post. Okay, this is the post. What I said is that if 33,900 is broken, which is around this level, it is broken, it will possibly fall towards 33,400, and if that is broken, 31,483. So a big fall is possible. But the point that I also made was if 33 now, if 30 sustains about 34,000, which actually did sustain, we can see a sharp bounce, and we seen that Dow going up by 600 point yesterday. Okay, so here also both the possibilities are there. You can see it can pull back if the Omicron, because this is a very important bottom. If this level is held, it can go up. Omicron scare is gone. If the Omicron become a big issue, it will fall. So both possibilities are there in the chart. There is no clear vision that you can create at this point of time. About sectoral indices, I told you that I definitely believe that Nifty IT will bounce back, and Vivek sir has been very fan of IT from the very beginning of this rally. He has been telling everybody to actually buy IT. So IT as expected, IT had a great bounce this week. Okay, but all other indices are in a situation where we are a little bit confused. See Nifty Bank, if you see the weekly chart, there can be a bottom. It has fallen a lot, and it can go up also, it can fall also. Nifty Pharma also similar. Nifty Pharma, during the initial part of the week, it had a great rally initially because of the COVID scare. But as the COVID scare is actually dimming, the scare is not that much, it has fallen. Nifty Metal had a little bit positive week, but unlikely, because if all the costs are coming up, Nifty Metal may also see metal prices also see correction. A green candle can be a hammer, but we never know that what is going to happen in the future in the Nifty Metal. Okay, still in the downtrend, but base thing is still RSI above 50 for the bulls. So both things are there. Nifty FMCG, made again and doji, nothing very clear. One stock I would like to show you in Nifty FMCG, Hindu Unilever. So if I talk to you about Hindustan Unilever, this looks to me at a very good place for long-term buyers. Okay, 2,300 with a stop of 23,200 maybe. It can go up till 26,500, 700. So this looks to be a great stock at this point of time. So Hindustan Unilever. Okay, so again coming back to indices. Nifty Infra, a lot to do with the Reliance. So because the Reliance has been a little bit weak this week, so again near support has not broken down, but nothing bullish. Nifty Realty bounced back. As we all know that Nifty Realty can bounce back as soon as the risk on situation is there. So try to bounce back. Okay. Now Nifty mid cap and small cap are not falling that much, and that is the most positive point about this rally that I'm having. It is they are fairly bullish compared to Nifty Bank Nifty. They are fairly bullish, and Nifty small cap 100. So I see fairly bullish, and that is what giving me an idea that possibly we will see an up move, uh, even if it is a very periodical up move, maybe 600-700 points in Nifty if these levels hold. So if Nifty holds 6,000, 17,100, we can again see 600-700 points kind of a rally in Nifty. Okay. Uh, Individual stock wise, these finance stocks like non-banking finance stock like BSE did phenomenal. Okay, this week. CDSL, I think CDSL there is more juice left. Okay, CDSL, MCX. So all these stocks with no, MCS did not do great. Anyway, CDSL and BSE did great. So these stocks with non-banking financial mode are doing great. Nifty Auto again confusing. Near the bottom can create bottom or fall. Everything, anything can happen. All these chart. Only one chart that sectoral index that looks clearly bullish to me is this one, Nifty IT. Okay, Nifty IT looks to me clearly possibly it will go up once we cross this possibly 37,700, which is again 3% from here, and then we can have a very big move like this. Okay, very big, maybe 20-30% kind of a move we can have in Nifty IT. Nifty IT is as long as holding this 34,000, maybe there's a big possibility of a big run that is in the Nifty IT. Because one thing you understand, whether rupee strengthens, rupee weakens, if there is a crisis, one thing is constant, that is shifting to digital mode, and generally Nifty IT won't disappoint you, generally. So this is all about, I cannot discuss good stocks right now because stocks right now are not in a position where I can tell that this will go up or go down. Okay, this will go up or go down. I showed you the stocks that I thought worth mentioning, but uh, it is very difficult right now, and that is why we are mostly trading in this kind of strategies during the day. Intraday, we are taking the decision, not sure about what is going to happen on day-to-day basis. Looking at the bias of the day, we are making those intraday butterflies and trying to make some money in the TMP. Nifty Bank, I don't know if it holds 34,500 okay, or it can easily fall towards this 34,200, and then I don't know. We will calculate it later. 34,000 should be a good support if it falls too. But looks weak, looks weak. RSI also has breached 50. It is a doji, and doji means indecision. So if market is telling you indecision, why would I give you a directional view? I don't have, and I concede that I don't have a view in Bank Nifty. It can go either ways, and market is also telling that weekly chart is a doji. Okay, so let us observe how the market is panning out, market over the next week, and still keep on playing this intraday butterflies that we are playing for the last week, and every day we made money barring one day possibly in last 5 days. So let us look at the bias of the Nifty and Bank Nifty and create these butterflies. Very low risk trades you can see, and intraday also margin is requirement is good, very small, and we are doing this. Now would like to take few questions possible in next 7-8 minutes. Hi, and I will take questions from here. Please share your view on pharma for 2-3 months. I cannot share any view on pharma, Nitesh Jain ji, because I don't know what will be the outcome of the COVID situation from right now. I don't want to discuss Elliott wave a lot in this class, because first the subject is not known to everyone and it is also a very subjective thing. So Amit Gautamji, I'm avoiding this. Possibly Nifty can fall towards 15,000, and I have repeated this thing, and let me remind you one more thing, one more time, that see, UP election 2017. I'm repeating this part. So you can see the result was on 11th March, and the election was from 11th February to 8th March. So very soon you will see the bugle of UP election being sounded, and this has a very big implication on the market. I personally feel that if there is a scenario in the market that by chance the ruling government loses, possibly we may see a fall, because if the ruling government loses in UP, then there will be very little chance for them to win 2024 election. And in 2024, then not any single party will win. Fragmented government will be formed in 2024, and that is not good for, generally considered good for economy. So in that scenario, I consider that Nifty Bank can easily form towards 25, 26,000, and Nifty possibly fall towards 12,000. Okay, so have this thing in mind. Uh, I don't know what will be the outcome of US UP election, and I am not speculating on it, because when I said that ruling party can lose, I got some comments that you don't know UP politics. Yes, I don't know UP politics, I understand, but I'm looking at the market point of view, that if uh, the ruling government loses, uh, it can fall towards this region of 12,600, 700, 500 to 11,000. So that is my market view. Now, who will win? That is not my area of expertise to predict. That, but this is the market scenario that will appear in next 2 months or so. So please remain alert on this part. And this, let me take few more questions. Rajiv Shahji is asking, weekly and monthly RSI above 50 and daily 40, but trending so you can buy. Okay, but I am not so sure, and that is why I am providing these strategies, intraday strategies. Okay, so Rajiv Shahji, I am not so sure. If you are confident enough, you can go ahead and buy. Then Ratnakar Gukhatiji, sir, can you explain current position of DSY, US VIX and India VIX? Sir, I told that US dollar likely to cool down because of this thing, Omicron thing, and VIX is quite elevated level because there is fear in the market. Ratnakar Gukhaliji. Okay. Now Ship Paulji is asking, sir, OPEC plus countries seem to be bullish over crude oil prices. According to them, downside possibilities very low. I also think so. I also think so. What is your opinion? You were asking, Ship Paulji. I also think so that we will see $80-$85 oil very early in the January if the Omicron crisis is not there. So, again, Tarun Vijay, you were asking on PVR and hotel airlines, sir. Again, depend on Omicron crisis. If there is lockdown, they will go down. If there is no lockdown, they will go up. It is a no-brainer, sir. We cannot predict those things, right? What will be the COVID? What will be the election outcome? We are not expert on those fields, so not possible for us to give a view. What about EV-related stocks, sir? Out of EV-related stocks, see, EV is a futuristic theme, and Tata Motors, all these things are relatively more bullish in the auto pack. But right now there is no specific, I would say, orientation in the market on the EV related thing. Nitesh Jain ji, please explain how to use option data of future scan on stockist for making position. I think Chetan sir would be better to answer these things. I don't follow a lot of the stock options. I only give index option based on my technical views. So that is what I do in TMP. Stock option, I think Chetan sir, who is in the stockist social, will be a better person to answer these things. Sir, why we took 17,150 to sell? Because why we took 17,150 to sell? The reason is, sir, see, if I formed that way, if I had formed that not a broken wing butterfly, equal wing butterfly at that point of time, our cost would be low, but gain would be much low. But because I thought that let me have a 250 point spread in the nearer options, so that if the market goes down, our gain is bigger. For that, I created this, and actually that is what happened. Okay, that is what happened. I will take the questions. Where is the chat? Can you put anything in the no, now got it. That is why, ma'am, we took that. Shobha stock. Again, I'm not going to stock specific. Last stock specific question. I request you ask me to more generic questions. Okay, Shobha. Shobha is a very nice company in terms of building, but chart, let me see. Did same as the house index, sorry, realty index, bottomed out from near mid Bollinger, can go up later. Just a second. Yes, Agnish. You were not there. Vivek sir, can you please take over?
Yeah,
I thought you were
I,
unable,
I
so I
didn't
was.
inform. No, no, it's okay. Yes, definitely I'm unwell, but Friday sessions are so special that I can't miss them. And you were taking it so well and discussing a lot of things that I didn't find reason to bother you. Thank you
So,
for
sir,
what a lovely
please go
session.
ahead. You are audible.
Okay,
Please go ahead, please.
are you able to hear me?
Yes, sir. Perfectly.
Okay, thank you. Hello, good evening, everyone. Yet another Friday and amazing, amazing week it has been. Quite a roller coaster. Okay, by the way, let me start by saying this that get used to tough market now. The honeymoon period is over. Now, now the men will be differentiated from boys. And the kind of movement we are seeing in the market. Sorry, I'm getting echo. So I think someone is not muted. Shrudeep, can you mute yourself? Check, check. Yeah, better. Yeah. So, so I want to start with a very tough phase that. Yeah, good evening, Pradeep ji, Arindam, Anurag Saab, thank you. Okay, I'm going to switch off my question panel and allow me to speak what I'm speaking, okay? And this is very important, hear me out. The honeymoon period for stock market is getting over, and all of us have to be extremely, extremely mentally strong. We will lose money. Remember this, we will lose money. And we have to embrace those losses. Do not get disturbed by the losses which you may incur in market, because you will see market taking away some profits from you. You will see market giving you initial losses. If you have come into the market now, you can't blame the market because you are late to the party. Having said that, if the party starts at 8 p.m. and it ends at 5 a.m., We are here at 1 p.m., 1 a.m. Okay, this is 1 a.m. So that means most of the people here are intoxicated. They're enjoying the party and you have come late. So, and you know that as late as night happens, deep night happens, our body starts becoming uncomfortable. So this is 1 p.m., 1 a.m., and we should be prepared for a tough market. But do we see uh, less money making opportunities? No. Do we see enough money making opportunities? Yes. But how do we deal that? That is going to be extremely, extremely crucial. And I want to share a story with all 180 of you who have joined me. First of all, thank you so much, all of you who have joined, and some of you who are regular on Fridays. It means that you are so serious about your life, so serious about everything. Now, let me share a story with you. So today I got a call from someone. I think he called me from Banaras or somewhere, and he shared his portfolio with me. I think 1 crore 25 lakhs. And he told me that, Vivek sir, my daughter, she's 12, she's studying in class 12, and his daughter was also there on the call. And he said that, Vivek sir, this is my daughter, and she will get married in 5 to 7 years. And I want to make more money for her. So I have this lifelong saving of 1.25 CR. And I want you to look at my savings and help me how do I invest. I said, okay, no problem. Let me see your portfolio. आपने क्या कर रखा है मैं देखता हूँ जरा. And he showed me he had 64 stocks. He had 2 options positions. He bought Reliance call option where he was losing 80,000 rupees. And when I asked him, I'm not going to disclose his name, nothing, but it's a very important learning for all of us. When I asked him that who told you to buy this call option, he said that, Vivek sir, there's a friend who plays in options, and he told me that Reliance will go up, so buy call option. And I'm losing 88,000 in that call option. And I immediately told him that first thing first, you square up your entire position, because that 1,25,000 or 1,30,000, sorry, 1 crore 30 lakh, it became 1 crore 25 lakhs. So he was losing around 3.5 lakh. And I told him, you square up all your trades, entire position, you become zero first, and then I'll talk to you. Because what you are doing is you are playing with your daughter's money. And I am not going to allow you to do this. Because this is the market where there will be high propensity of participating, and you will lose money. And there has to be proper roadmap of making money. And this is not the way you are going to make money from this market. This precious 1 crore 30 lakh which you have kept for your daughter's marriage or daughter's future, you can't play with that money. So he said, okay, Vivekji, I will square up all my trades and I will communicate with you again on Monday or Tuesday. He was very happy that I gave him that suggestion. Please, friends, try to understand that we all are here to make money from market. We are not here to make brokers rich or other people's rich. And every market condition needs a unique approach to participate in the market. What has worked in last 2 years since March 2020 will not work. It will not work. Things have to change, especially when we have some really big events. Understand the dollar, which was around these levels, dollar is reverting. Crude oil is behaving in a very different manner. Gold is behaving very different manner. Market has started behaving in a very different manner. So this is not going to be the same market which we have seen in last 1.5 years. It's going to be very different market. So the strategy has to be very, very different. And we have big events coming. We have budget in first Feb. We have a UP election coming in. Sure, market can go up, but what I'm saying that the way we participate in this market has to change. And let us discuss what changes we have to inculcate in this market. First thing first, you have to start booking short profits. Please, you have to do that. Because the kind of rally we have seen in individual stocks, let me take an example of this stock Trident, right? We have seen this rally in this stock, and I have participated in this rally. But then the stock has gone up and it is correcting. right? If you would not have squared up here, which I did not, I still have it. If you would not have squared up here, you are losing this opportunity. And now these opportunities are very big opportunities to lose, because literally you are losing significant money which you have earned in last 1.5 years. So start booking profit at regular interval, because you never know market which stock will turn the tide. Secondly, you have to really become very focused on some stories where you have so utmost conviction. For example, stocks like these, where you know that there is, I'm not asking you to look at BSE at this moment, but I'm saying that stocks where the underlying theme is so convincing, because you know that there are certain things which will happen in future which will benefit these kind of themes. For example, we know that NSE IPO will come, we know that LIC IPO will come, and CDSL and all these companies will do good. It's just that we need to have those nerves to hold on to these stocks. So we have to become extremely conservative in our approach in selecting stocks. And I'm saying this to you because you guys are now in the market. You have participated in the market in last 1 to 2 years, 3 years. I know most of you have been recently added into the market. See, people like me, we can still withhold these kind of, pressure of stock going down after seeing this kind of a money, or of, stock underperforming, because we have seen that kind of a market. For example, you see, these are some of the stocks which I have, lot of stocks. And last time also I mentioned that whenever I have position in more than 30 stocks, 25, 30 stocks, I know that market is doing something wrong with me, because I cannot have position in more than 20 stocks. Ideally, I should not have position in more than 20 stocks. Whenever I see the position going up, and that will inevitably happen, because people like me, we tend to have this habit of building more positions. But don't do that mistake. Define your stock universe. I'm requesting you. For example, my stock universe is say 100 stocks. Which are your stock universe? Why don't you restrict your stock universe to 50 stocks, 60 stocks? And even if you have to have position in only 5 to 10 stocks, please restrict yourself to those 5 to 10 stocks. Do not venture in any stock, because you never know what will happen to those stocks, because everything is trading very expensive, and there is a very heated market right now. I'm not going to scare you guys. There is opportunity, but it's just that I want you not to become part of any accident. There is enough opportunity in the market, but then you can't go after each and every opportunity, because every opportunity has a risk profile attached. And all of you are having lesser risk profile at this moment. So let's not go aggressive in the market at this juncture. Uh, Third thing I want to talk about is the duration of the trade. I strongly believe, in fact, I wrote on my Twitter also, that I'm moving out of daily to now weekly zone. That means what I'm doing now is looking at weekly chart to identify the broader trend, and using daily chart to enter and exit. Earlier, I was doing daily and 2 hourly, but I think it's not the market, because it will be choppy. It will square up your trades. It will give you retrade. So it will give lot of emotional disturbance, and finally that emotional disturbance will give disturbance to your body also, to your mind also. So I have gone to weekly now, where I am all my stocks, wherever I have position, I'm only evaluating them on a weekly live levels, and participating whenever daily is giving me conviction. Most of my position. So as I said, that I always follow two portfolio approach. One is the longer swing, which is weekly plus daily, and other is a shorter swing, which is daily plus 2 hourly. My allocation of capital to longer swing has increased now, and my allocation to capital for a shorter swings had decreased, because I feel that this is not the time where I should be trading a lot. This is the time I should stay away from the market a bit, relax a bit, read, develop new systems, so that when market falls, which I think market is due for a fall. It is already fallen, but I think market probably it can test again the high levels. I don't know. And the fall, I don't think so. Market will go beyond below 16,000. But I think the overall depth of the market has become very weak. So unless there is a inherent strength in the market, I will not venture with lot of aggressive positions. So in fact, I am in a mode to reduce my position. So wherever, whichever stock I'm finding the overall relative strength is getting weak, I'm exiting those stocks, and I've become very selective in adding stocks. In fact, I've gone to the mode of elimination, that I will not do. I will only do if I have conviction. Because see, the kind of money I've made in last 1.5 years, I can't be adventurous with that money. This is the opportunity which market gave to me in last 1.5 years. I've made some money. Now I can bet 20% of that money for this market, but I can't bet 100% of that money. Then my whole 1.5 year, 2 years got wasted. So we have to be absolutely realistic in our assessment. So three things. First, this is a market where you can lose money, so become conservative. Second, book profits regularly. Don't try to play longer moves, especially if you are playing shorter swings. And second and thirdly, move to longer swings and be selective with the stocks which you want to participate. I think if you do that, there is enough opportunity in the market to participate in the market. Talking about the opportunity, I think two sectors which are my favorite, and I'm still bullish on them, is IT. I think any good IT company which is showing relative strength is something which you should look at. Although mid-cap IT stocks have become very expensive, stocks like Mindtree or L&T Infotech and all those stocks have become very expensive. But I believe there are overall undercurrent of positivity in IT stocks. So there is no sign of weakness in IT stocks. So I will continue to be bullish on IT and real estate. Real estate again has gone up, heated, but I don't see any reason why real estate should fall. Otherwise, if you see overall market sector wise, there is largely lack of conviction in the market. Most of the sectors you see, if you look at the chart, they will show you a sense of tiredness. Okay, this is a sign that market is also becoming tired. Market went up to say 17,400. It was an important level. Then again it came down. So it's pretty tiring market. So I will be an I'll start aggressive in the market once it come to this zone 16,100, 16,000 to 16,200. I think this is a good zone to go aggressive in the market. Till that time, I think there is no harm in remaining conservative into the market. All right, let me take some questions. We have 10 minutes, so let me just quickly take some questions. How do I add dollar indicator when you added Nifty chart? Oh, that's a good question. How do I add dollar indicator? Okay, so let me see how did I do that. मुझे भी काम. So compare symbol. Say I add dollar. So you see, you plus this. So I've removed dollar. Okay, you plus this. Compare symbol dollar and new panel, and you add dollar in the new panel. I hope this is clear. Oh my, I removed it and my study also went away, unfortunately. Nonetheless, I hope you got the answer. Should we get out of long-term investment or just swing? I'm talking about swing position, Shobit. I'm not talking about long-term investment. And I would say that, I mean, even if it's a long-term investment, if you see a sign of fatigueness in stock, there is no harm in booking 20-25%. There is no harm in booking 20-25% and wait for the price to come down further. Weber is saying, I took position in Tech Mahindra today. It fell, not sure what's wrong with it. I entered on breakout. Okay, so this is what I'm saying is going to happen in market. Lot of breakouts will become false breakout. See, so your trade was perfect. There was nothing wrong with your trade. It was a perfect trade on breakout. You participated. There is a false breakout. So if suppose, what do you do in this situation? So obviously I will be there because 2 hourly chart is suggesting a buying. Okay, daily is also strong, so I will not exit. I will exit only if it goes below this level. So maybe 1523, I will exit because it's still a strong stock. But this is what I'm saying is happening in the market, that lot of false breakout is happening, and it's going to it's going to take some time for you to make lot of money from these breakouts. So there is no harm in becoming conservative. Let's I mean, इसमें प्रॉब्लम क्या है? थोड़ा अगर हम लोग कम कर लेंगे तो उसमें प्रॉब्लम क्या है? Let us wait for the right momentum in the market, right levels where we can resume our aggressive working. अभी conservative होके काम करना चाहिए, and no harm in booking small profits and small losses. Okay, Jigar is saying try to do undo. Oh, that's a good suggestion. Oh wow, thank you, Jigar. You saved me. You really saved me. So market takes how much time to get to be aggressive? Well, there is no right or wrong answer to this question. Depends upon the level. You see, in market market needs both time-based correction and price-based correction. And market has run up so fast and so well that it didn't get time to undergo the time-based correction. So I think the current correction is also price-based plus time-based. It's going to take some time for market to stay here and remain volatile here in small range. And then after a period of time, it will start showing that aggressiveness. So I would say that it's difficult to time it, very honestly. The question is correct, but it's very difficult to time. If you look at the chart religiously, you will be able to see when the time-based correction is over. Ankit is saying nowadays many companies. Oh, let me just stop this page. Nowadays many companies like Escorts, MPS, UPL are announcing buybacks at higher rates. Is that a reason to buy any stock, or wish you only the charts and decide? What about taper impacts? Market is already discounted. Yes, so a lot of companies are announcing buyback at higher rates, but always remember that these buybacks can be withdrawn before the date starts. So there is always a risk associated with buybacks, but people who do pure buyback and demerger arbitrage, they know the risk and they participate in that risk. So yes, if the company has announced a buyback, it's a good enough reason to get comfort in the stock price of that company. So there's nothing wrong. And obviously, if your chart is also suggesting it that it is good to hold on to this stock, then obviously it's a sone pe suhaga. What about taper impact? Well, taper impact and non-taper impact, all these are reasons to explain the market movement. Trust me, Fed knows exactly what they are doing, and these guys, if they find an iota of major correction happening globally, then they will start communicating as if the taper is going to be back or the taper will be withdrawn. So but let's not pay too much attention to what these guys say. It's better to look at the chart, look at dollar, and that automatically will give us hint what they are intending to do. Because जरूरी नहीं है कि वो जो बोलते हैं वही वो करते हैं. So let us just focus on charts and try to judge what market is perceiving that these guys will do. Jigar is saying, so if you don't mind, can you share your universe with us like last time, which you did in Stock Exchange Social? I'll do that. I have no problem. I'll do my universe. See, the reason why my stock universe is my stock universe, because I've been tracking these stocks and I reduce these stocks, I'll add the stocks depending upon my reading. So because I read a lot and I'm reading multiple broker reports, multiple articles, I keep on getting new stock ideas. So if I add something, I'll remove something also where I've not been trading for a long time. So yes, I will share that with you. Is it a good time to park the funds in Nifty Bs? Well, Nifty Bs is a great instrument for SIP. You should never invest in Nifty Bs or any ETF only at one price point. So it's always a good idea to do monthly SIPs in Nifty Bs. Aditya is saying, would reality be able to hold if Nifty corrects? though I understand reality chart is good and fundamentally things are going good. Well, you have a very valid concern, Aditya, and in fact, even I have started having that concern that because reality sector is a high beta sector, if Nifty corrects, then obviously they should also correct. But you need to have that nerve to hold on to reality stocks. So that's what I'm saying, that it will be a test of nerve in the market. So either you become active in the market and become part of that volatility and have that nervous volatility as well, or you probably stay away from the market, sit in the fence and see what is happening and control the market with only limited positions. Uh, Maybe this is not the market where you should go all in with all positions in the market. Stay in cash for some time, because cash is also a position. Because you never know when the market will start giving you that opportunity. And some stocks can really give you a lot of opportunity, but you need to have cash to capitalize on that opportunity. So I think now the market is not where you just buy any breakout and you'll make money. No, now the market is that you need to be selective to the stocks where you would like to participate in the breakouts. Long-term holders should hold tough if they can stand the ride of roller coaster without sweating. How do we walk this stock to emerge? Well, Balaji, you have a very valid point. It's not easy. Uh, it is tough, especially if you're looking at the market whole day. It is tough. So the best way to walk this stock is only look at the market on Saturdays. Don't look at the market on weekdays. Otherwise, your stock holdings will get butchered. So that's what I'm trying to do now. I'm going to reduce my positions. I'm going to exit the stocks which are showing me sign of weaknesses, and I'm going to bring it back to 20 stocks, 15 to 20 stocks based on my assessment. And I'm going to not focus too much on weekday trading. I will focus on weekends, and I'll trade with a very longer move assessment now. Uh, but for you, I suggest that start booking small profits and small losses. That will really give you enough confidence to remain in the market. Otherwise, you will see mark to market happening, and then one fine day you will see all your profit is gone. Jatin is saying reality view for 6 months. Well, I am very bullish on Sobha, very honestly, because I think this whole startup funding, etc., which is happening in Bangalore, Sobha is going to be a big beneficiary. The kind of properties they'll be selling to all these startup employees is going to be crazy. And already we are seeing that moonshots uh, in all the reality companies around the startup regions. So Shobha, I'm very positive, especially from a 6 month perspective. Yes, I'm very positive. So if you are looking at 6 months, then look at the weekly chart and the daily chart to plan your entry. So yes, it is positive. And look at this chart. This is beauty. Every time it comes down, it takes support around super trend, and it's still positive. So there is no reason why I should be worried about Shobha. Can I buy IIFL? Well, IIFL, I like them. IIFL Finance, I've been posting for last 2 3 days. It's a good stock. I think from an NBFC perspective, they should do good. Economic recovery, I think they should do well. So yes, you can look at IIFL. Whether you want to buy or not, it's your call. But look at the structure. Looking at the structure, I surely know that you will also accept that this is a good stock to remain buying. Apart from IT, reality, which are the other stocks? I think now you will have to look at stock specific because sector specific consolidated views in a particular sector may not come because what has happened in last 1.5 years, that if any one sector which got interest, almost all stocks in that sector has gone up. So it has to be stock specific. Don't look at sector anymore. What's your view on semiconductor companies? I don't think so. India has many semiconductor companies, and already the one or two guys who were doing that, their prices have gone up because of the semiconductor shortage. Now the world is saying that the shortage is coming under control. So I think it's already overhyped. Cement and chemical sector, I'm very positive still on real estate, home building, cement and other, because there is a structural bullishness around them. Chemical, I'm not sure. Obviously, it's a China one story. If that story continues, then chemical is positive, which I don't see any reason why that should not continue. You have recommended 5 stocks for long term for kids in Learn to Trade. Is there any change to that, or you share? It's just pretty much the same, Rahulji. These 5 stocks are beauty, so just keep on buying for your kids. Nothing will go wrong with these 5 stocks. While doing Chetan sir's bread and butter strategy, uh, it is always impossible to be away from daily noise of the market. Well, Ankit, derivatives is a very different thing. I'm not saying don't participate in derivatives. If you're doing options daily, then obviously you continue doing that. I'm talking from a cash market perspective. This is not the market where you want to be aggressive. Take small profits, participate, take small profits, and move out. Because market will remain volatile. A sustainable long-term trend in any stock will be difficult to get. Can you repeat the 5 stocks for the kids? Well, I mean, it's everywhere. You can just, if I don't mind, Prasadji, just Google Vivek Bajaj 5 stocks and you will get those 5 stocks. It's very, very simple. 5 names: Reliance, SDFC, Kotak, Info Edge, and State Bank of India. Should we go lump sum in mutual fund in such scenario? No, 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 no. Don't go lump sum in mutual fund. It's a time to start SIP once again, because it's very difficult to say market wherever where it is going to head. Is going to head. By the way, I see Nifty going to 21, 22,000. There is no doubt about it. But it's just that right now I don't see market in a very conducive trend. So I'm asking you to not to be aggressive. I'm asking you to be conservative in the market. In this situation, which scanner would you recommend? Well, definitely I would recommend scanners where there is earning support. So Eagle is not something which I will recommend because it will be difficult to manage that kind of a volatility. So I would recommend stocks where there is strong earning support. So, stocks like stocks where there is financial improvement with price action, stocks where there are strong results and there is also delivery in the market. So any stock where there is fundamental backing of movement, that is a better, safer bet than a pure price based momentum action. How to play idea? Well, idea is a great story. We've talked about it in Stockage Social also, that it has given, this is weekly chart by the way, huh? And what a convincing buying idea has given now. But it's not that it will not go down, because it can go down. Look at this stock, strong stock, even it fell, still remained strong, and then boom, boom, boom. So this is a beauty classic example of a strong stock which remains strong uh, in any kind of market. So the best way to play it idea is to, now that it has given a breakout above 14, buy here, keep a slightly away stop loss. Maybe I'll keep it around 1250, because it can come down here and take support from here again. So I'll keep a stop loss slightly away, and I see this reaching around 20 level. Clearly, I can see 20 is possible in this stock. Uh, so, I mean, you have to just buy it and forget it. You can't just keep on trading this stock. So maybe, this trend line could be your 2 hourly trend line, could be your stop loss. So just buy with a stop loss of this trend line. Super trend. All right, so this is it. I hope you understood what I'm trying to say. Thank you so much for attending these Friday sessions. I hope these are useful. And please make sure that you know exactly what you are doing in the market and don't just do what someone is asking you to do. Apply your mind, and I'm sure that you have sound mind by this time because you are part of club, because you're part of our working. I'm sure you have sound mind. So please apply it properly, and there is enough opportunity in the market. It's just that there is no harm in becoming conservative right now. Thank you so much. Good night. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you again next weekend, next Friday. And obviously, Stockage Social, I'm there. In case you want to connect with me, just tag me there, and I'm there to help you. Thank you. Bye bye. Take care, guys.